It seems like optimism. You're going to sell the gilt market. You're going to go and buy sterling. And you're also going to go buy UK equities. Is that the trade you want to be taking on today?
Well, good morning. Yes, with Brexit discussions reaching a sort of pinnacle point this week, we are looking at a relatively tough backdrop. They seem to have got bogged down on three particular issues: Irish border, the divorce settlement between the UK and the EU, and the third and final point is trade negotiations. Because we haven't made much progress with the first two, the third one, which is where investors really care about, is delayed until next year. With that as the backdrop, we're unlikely to be taking opportunities in the UK market, both in the small and mid-cap space and in the large cap space, mainly because the pound is starting to grind higher. Bank of England has begun a rate hiking cycle, whilst the UK economic data has not looked particularly great either, meaning that we're quite hands-off in the UK markets right now.
Rate hiking cycle? Really?
Well, they have...
One and done as a cycle?
Well, this is the thing. They have kept the door open for further rate hikes into 2018 and beyond. Now, that may be at a very gradual pace versus history, but they have at least created the illusion that has granted some support to the pound going into next year.
So, Alex, as you suggest, they've got three stumbling blocks in order to make it to the next stage, which is trade negotiations. Let's assume that actually they do come to terms today. They come out and make an announcement and say, you know what, we're done, we're going to go on to trade talks. How would that change your assessment of the investment picture?
I think that would be a very interesting dynamic that we'd be entering into. So we have to settle the divorce bill and we have to settle the Irish border, which is a big legislative jungle between the EU and the UK and various border agreements. Now, if we were to move on to trade deals, this would be very interesting. But the impact on the Irish border could filter into the trade negotiations. If they agree to remain part of the customs union, then that would change the dynamic of the trading discussions later down the line. But still, so much of it is up in the air. It's very hard to think about where we're going to be even in a few months' time when we've still got these big hurdles to get over.